back to Clash with Barndo. Just a quick one today to go through our last war, which was a potluck. Char Siu, no idea how to pronounce that. Actually travelling at the moment, just come across overseas again. So yeah, going to wrap this up pretty quickly. Now, it was the cruiserweight, which is 410-16. Really awesome work for Dave to organise the roster and get this going, as I only had time to sort of throw in a Town Hall 9 myself. And you can see here with the attacks, the Town Hall 9s did well to start off with. Unfortunately, we struggled towards the end of Town Hall 9s. A couple of missed attacks there from Dennis. With our bases, some held up okay. We had 5, and it was the final Town Hall 9 to attacking that cleared him, but they didn't need any hit downs, which was good, so their Town Hall 9s kind of held their own. For 6 packs for us, I think we had a few. But really, yeah, a reasonably mixed effort. A few people still struggling. Now you can see here with the defences, there was some really interesting statistics. Now, I always try and assess and have a look at the statistics. You see 29 took 6 hits, and it was actually a hit down needed to clear that. Now, the Town Hall 11s, now this is where it sort of 2, 3 and 4 were all first hit 2-star. 66% on number 3 was huge. Now we had Dynamo doing an 86% on their number 1 because our Town Hall 10s didn't get it. There was only 4 guys that actually hit it, so we didn't need a whole lot of hit downs. Looking at the bases there, we had 9 first hit 3 stars at Town Hall 9 versus 7. There was only 1 base open from Town Hall 9 versus 3 on the opponents. And then the Town Hall 10 hit downs, we needed 3. So we did need a few hit downs. We did have a couple of dip fails from our Town Hall 11s, but the really impressive part of it was there was some Town Hall 10 versus 10 action. And what was good was both clans were fairly closely matched in the way they were weighted. So there was a lot of low bases at the 10s, and it gave our guys a good chance to be able to experience and get in there and get some action. Now, there was a variety of attacks from our 10s, and I'm going to show all of those and a couple of Town Hall 9s quickly. A little bit fried as I did go out on the town last night. Barndo got into a new country and went out and on the piss. So you might hear that in the voice. You can see here from Hunts. It goes in with a single golem, hero set, into the get the corner, into get the Tesla, get the Inferno, and whatever else can happen there. Now, absolutely massive damage from that section. Misses from there, gets a bit more, and you can see now hounds into the enemy queen and defences all around here, with then a skeleton spell, Rage. Now, seems to be a fair bit of a combo at the moment with the enemy queens being ignored, and you just either pop over a head or you get that skeleton spell onto that Rage. So great raid from Hunts there. So that was a 3-star. I don't know that was a fresh hit, but it was well done to get the 3-star there. So 87k base was it? So it's, you know, it's not a bad sort of weighted base, and you've done well there, mate. So we'll have a look at JC. JC's kind of joined us the last week or two again, back in the fray. Now, what I liked about this was he's going with a Queen Walk. I have watched this attack once. Goes and jumps in his golem and some ground units, and then just has 8 hogs to surgical those at the end. So you can see with the Queen Walk at the start there, absolutely pushes his queen so close, very well controlled there. Jumps in a golem, bowlers, throws in Jimmy Bob as well, and goes to town on the base section there. Hound Loon in the clan castle, you can see that comes out. Poison's mainly there for that loon, just to stop that smashing things up. Good freeze. Only level 1 Inferno going into that side, but really good freeze to get that and that Wizard Tower, I think it was. Very lucky to get that spread. And now you can see the Queen. She gets stuck in the middle there on the Hound, which worked for the benefit of this raid. You can see the Witch is doing a bit of work there as well with the skeletons tanking. And he just uses these hogs. He doesn't smash them all out at once. He uses them surgical, and it works an absolute treat. Queen goes in there. She takes out that level 2 Inferno. He's still got 1 or 2 hogs left. And old Jimmy Bob's just been a god around the outside there, tanking nicely. Gets his gets his hogs in there, does as much as he can with those. Just the 8 hogs worked an absolute treat. All the giant bombs in the middle there. I don't know how many raids were done on this base to be able to get that, but great raid there, JC. Struggling today. Now, where are we? Old Shiny got number 13 here. Now, his was a lot heavier hog, so it was more of a go boho, really, that you sort of see at Town Hall 9. This is an interesting thing that I've started seeing a bit more recently with the lower weight bases, 85k base, low point defences. A lot of Town Hall 9 defences there, but then has those level 3, level 2 Infernos. So sends in his kill squad. That gets the clan castle. That gets a lot of defences. His queen's going to end up shooting that other Inferno. So that's quite good value there. Jimmy Bob's down for the count. Uses the freeze on the Inferno. Freeze into a heal. Has a nice healthy chunk of hogs there. So there's not really going to be a whole lot of spring traps. You see there could have been some there on those wizard towers, but there was stuff all. So absolutely smashed that base. Outside giant bombs. That's kind of to stop the witch slaps, and it's just worked in his benefit in the end. Yeah, the hogs absolutely smash it. Get a giant bob at the end there, but well done, Shiny. Where are we going next? We'll go to the next one, and this was the bottom Town Hall 10. Now, this was done from Sir David. This was the only Town Hall 9 open that we had in the war. I think Sir David used his Town Hall 9, Sir David Jr., did an open with it at Town Hall 9 and then got in there and smashed it out with his Town Hall 10. So you see level 34 Jimmy Bob, level 40 Queen. He's coming along there. He was quite low on the heroes. Doing well, getting his tier 4 up there. So 84k base, quite a low base when you think about it. Avoids drawing that clan castle initially, but then gets into it. Now, Hound Wizard CC means that old Jimmy Bob is going to pass that wizard and just give that a bit of a touch up, and then they're just going to ignore the hound. So I don't know, he didn't have any archers by the looks to drag that hound. That's probably one of the fallbacks, but you can see there, simple lava loon in the end. Chooses not to worry about a freeze, no real need with the level 1 Infernos, instead takes that heal for afterwards. Has an absolute shitload of loons left. And I think those skeleton traps are actually targeting onto his hand, which is always nice. As you can see there in the middle, there's that hound getting shot by minions. So it's always nice to have 1 or 2 archers, just in case you get those combos. And before you start your air, you just put an archer in a corner and drag that out. So well done, Sir David. So 4 Town Hall 10 versus 10s. We need to do that as a clan coming into these last few rounds of CWL. So yeah, really exciting. I'm going to show a couple of Town Hall 9s quickly. Now, this was Lan's hit on number 20, Go Boho. She's gone in with the stones, so the 3 golems. And what I liked about this was the use of the hogs, I think, from memory. So you can see there, it's not too wide a funnel. Uses the outside defences first before pushing into the middle. That poison gets the enemy king, the enemy queen all together, and then has a second poison for the clan castle. It comes out, fresh hit of course, so I didn't know what was in there. Shitload of archers, barbs, and a baby. And you can see there, the golem's giving really good cover up the top, so she drops a few hogs out there. I think she's going to sacrifice her queen in the end. Bowlers are pretty much all gone. Golems are now all gone. And you can see there a good, healthy lathering of hogs. Has the 2 heals, so gets it outside bomb. That's to stop the witch slaps. That giant was just an absolutely brilliant spot. Gets a giant bomb before the hogs come over it. So that's probably saved that raid there, I'd say. But yeah, good raid. Well done with the hogs. Didn't just spam them all out, used them across a few places. So great raid from Lansy. Where are we going? I'm going to show another Go hog on 22, I think it was. And what I liked about this was, there you go, Sir David, he got in at 10 out of 9. What I liked about this was it's quite a healthy hog sort of stink finger concept. Draws the clan castle, had himself a healer. Now, the healer could have gone anywhere. What I liked about this was he had the archers to be able to go with it. but I think he puts all 3 archers down on the corner, which isn't right. Oh, it mustn't have been targeting the healers, so that's why he's used that 3rd one. So really, really good way of drawing that, only using 17 unit space on the corner, and the hound's gone. The hound's a non-issue. Drops out the golem. That's a clan castle golem. Doesn't use poison, so not sure what happened there. Probably could have used poison and then saved a lot of damage onto that golem and had that go through. You can see now out comes the Stinkfinger. A little bit different. He did have a separate group of hogs through the middle there, but has the 4 heals. And this is all based around picking off that clan castle and putting that in the corner. And everything's just sort of working around there. And you can see all the hogs are done. All finished up through the middle. Has both his abilities. It's just DPS left now. Queen goes and finishes off that hound and a corner hut there. So great raid from SD. And what I liked about that was just the use of that clan castle, just drawing it. The clan castles in those weak spots, you get them out and you're laughing. So yeah, Char Siu beat us in the end by the 1 star. Percentage was very close, so all we had to do was get the stars there, but I could see a few mistakes with people attacking the wrong areas, or we probably didn't play the best strategy, but yeah, it was a fun end, and in the end as well, their Town Hall 11s absolutely smashed our 10s, all fresh hits, no fails there. Usually our 11s are rock solid. Unluckily this war it was Dynamo and Dave missing them there, so 4-2 on the Town Hall 10v10s, but we dropped it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and clash on.